Hey everybody, so this probably is the single biggest question that I get every single time, and everybody wants to know the crystal ball, what's happening with real estate. It was certainly a question I get asked almost every single time I meet with anybody or talk to anybody. It's always a question around something else, which basically what it means is, what should I do? So I've narrowed it down to 5 things. As you guys know, I do this every single year, but these are the top 5 things that I'm watching right now as we're investing our capital, as we're investing for a lot of our investors. The first thing that I just want to talk about is interest rates. And so that's the first one. Now, let me just talk to you a little bit about why I think this is so important. So our president, President Trump, is a real estate guy. He's been a real estate guy for years. Everybody knows him as a real estate guy. He was a billionaire. He's bought lots of real estate. Now, he doesn't control interest rates, of course. The Fed does, but he has a lot of influence. So he's also coming up for election. This is an election year, so I don't know who's going to win, and this is not a political discussion. The point is, historically, if you look at interest rates during an election year, a lot of times they don't fluctuate all over the place. And so what the Federal Reserve did in 2019, which was a surprise to everyone, this is 2019, is they cut rate 3 times. So the key interest rate has gone down again. So it went down in October. So I think that they lowered these interest rates in 2019 3 times. So they didn't have the pressure of doing that in 2020 during these presidential elections. So that's number one. But the question is, why is this important? So, and what do you do? And so what my partner and I have done is we've taken a look at all the interest rates on all of the stuff that we own. So we own a lot of real estate. As you guys know, we have bought over 10,000 apartments, and we have different interest rates on all of them because based on when you buy them, interest rates are different at the particular time frame. And some of them we bought 8, 9, 10 years ago. So the interest rates are big because it's an expense. So the interest rate on your loan is an expense of the property. And so the lower the interest rate, the better you are. And so as interest rates start to tick down, you need to take a look and take notice of exactly where you are, because I think, and if you look, these rates have been at historical lows. So I personally don't think that we're going to see any lower in 2020, but I also don't think that we're going to see higher. And here's why. The president, everyone needs the economy to keep going. And so when interest rates are lowered, that means they're lowered for cars, they're lowered for a TV, they're lowered for real estate. And so all of a sudden it makes things more affordable. And that's what's happening here. And the other little issue that's happening is that we are competing on a national and an international scale. And so as other countries lower their interest rates, then we have to lower our interest rates to be competitive on a worldwide basis. And as you guys know, I did a little talk on negative interest rates. So that's what this means. It basically means that we have to kind of keep our interest rates in check with everyone else's. If we don't, we're going to fall behind as a consumer nation. And as of right now, we are doing very, very, very well. So the one tip that I would have you do for 2020, if I were you, and it's exactly what I did. In fact, I just was looking at this before I came and did this video. I'm looking at all the interest rates on every single property I have, and what can I do to fix interest rates for 2020? Because these are historically low rates, and you want to have certainty over the long term, over the cost of your loan or your mortgage or your debt. You want to lock those rates. So if you have variable rates, be very careful because those can go up over time. You want to fix your debt right now as long as you can and have the certainty over your cash flow.